المسلمات الإخوة المؤمنين، حديثنا اليوم عن العلم. العلم منه ما هو علم الآخرة، وهناك علم الدنيا. البعض من المسلمين شن حربا على علم الدنيا وقال العلم هو علم الآخرة فقط، وهو علم الدين فقط، وشن حربا على علم الدنيا. وصنف آخر من الناس تعلق بعلم الدنيا ونسي علم الآخرة ونسي علم الدين، فتراه يملك من الشهادات ما يبهره من علمه ومن ثقافته الواسعة في الدنيا، دكتور، بروفيسور، ولكنه لا يعرف أن يوجه نفسه لله عز وجل في ركعتين، ولا يعرف أن يقرأ القرآن، ولا يعرف شيء من الدين. فالحق أن هذا العلم لم يأتي به الإسلام. يعني إذا قلت أنا أريد علم الدنيا هذا كلام خاطئ، وإذا قلت أريد علم الآخرة وعلم الدين فقط هذا أمر خاطئ، لأن ديننا الإسلامي جاء من أجل الدين والدنيا. يعني الناس بتظن أنه يجي يصلح الآخرة فقط. هل الدين جاء فقط لإصلاح الآخرة؟ بل الدين جاء أيضا لإصلاح الدنيا. فديننا هو علم الدين والدنيا معا. Today's topic about knowledge and seeking knowledge. And we do have among Muslims two groups. One group saying that we do not care about any knowledge except the knowledge of deen, our religion, our divine knowledge. So we have to increase ourselves within this knowledge, and we should not really worry about the other knowledge, that the knowledge of dunya, life, the science of life, or the knowledge of this dunya. Another group of Muslims, they are engaged too much into the science of dunya and ilm of dunya, knowledge of dunya, and they forget about the knowledge of akhirah. You will see many of them, they have high status in ilm. You might see them as professors at university, or doctors, or engineers, or whatever, and highly qualified Muslims, yet they don't know how to read Surah Al-Fatiha. Yet they don't know how to pray. Both are wrong. Because Islam came to teach us how to maintain your akhirah, your deen, your religion, and your hereafter. And how you maintain your dunya. How you maintain your dunya, how you fix your dunya, how you prepare your dunya. You have to be successful in both knowledge. And you cannot be knowledgeable only in one and ignore the others. If you're ignoring the others, you're ignoring part of Islam. So therefore, you will see Muslims, as we have said many times, through the history, they were knowledgeable in deen, yet they were knowledgeable in dunya. And one of them that you see him, like Jabir Haniyan or others, scholars or Khawarizmi, they do have ilm of deen as well. And what is the conclusion here? قال العلماء علم الدين الغاية والهدف. ده شيء مهم جدا. علم الدين الغاية والهدف، وعلم الدنيا الوسيلة للوصول للهدف. ونحن مأمورون بالأخذ بالأسباب وبالأخذ بالوسائل. نحن مأمورون بالأخذ بالأسباب وبالأخذ بالوسائل. فعلم الدين يوصلك إلى الآخرة. فمن ترك علم الدنيا ترك الأخذ بالأسباب. قال أعقلها وتوكل. So what the scholars said about the science of akhirah, the divine science and the knowledge about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to know about Allah, to know about His creation, to know about His prophets, to know about His books and messengers. The ulama said, this is the goal and this is the target of the believer. This is your goal in the dunya. And the science of dunya, it should be the means to lead you to this goal and to this target. So your target, your main target, is to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And to know Allah through the science of dunya, this is the means that will lead you to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Where is your proof? From where did I bring that? Because the word that was revealed to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, first word was revealed, Iqra. Read. But read how? Any reading? Or reading, any reading? Or reading elevate you to become closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Not any reading, because too many people read. But the conclusion and their target is not akhirah. It's not to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They're not going anywhere. They might fix their life. They might have nice houses. They might have nice car. But they don't know anything about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or the creation. So this is not the readings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted. So he said, read, iqra, bismi rabbik. By the name of your Lord. So your reading, it has to lead you to where? To your Lord. So your ilm has to lead you to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, the ulama said, علم الآخرة يحجم علم الدنيا. For the science of dunya, it has to lead you to akhirah. And then you have to also have knowledge about akhirah. And we cannot accept in a Muslim face, someone rejecting the science of physics and chemistry and saying this is bid'ah. We do have some people, they said that. Said chemistry and physics and all this technology. One of the khatib said, Alhamdulillah الذي سخر لنا الإفرنج لعلم الدنيا. سخر لنا الإفرنج لعلم الدنيا وجعلنا نحن بعلم الآخرة. شوف هذا اختلاف الخاطئ. يعني سخرهم لنا لعلم الدنيا نحن سهلنا. يعني احنا لم ندرس ولا نتثقف ولا نتعلم. نبي ليس يكون من الطبيب ولا المثقف. خرجوا الى القمر واخترعوا الطائرات والقذائف والقنابل والاسلحه. نحن ليس لنا علاقه في ذلك. فليس لنا علاقه الا بعلم الدين. وهذا خطا شنيع. واعد لهم ما استطعتم من قوه. ومن رباط الخيل اننا مامورون بان نبحث في هذه الدنيا وان نسير في هذه الدنيا. قل سيروا في الارض. قل سيروا في الارض. هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون؟ هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون؟ يرفع الله الذين آمنوا منكم والذين أوتوا العلم درجة. So one of the khatib was saying, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He made the West is competing in the science of dunya, and we are the competing in the science of akhirah. So according to his statement that physics and chemistry and all this stuff and to step on the moon, it is not related to the Muslims. No, it can't be like that. We're not only for the science of akhirah, we are for both. Our religion for both, for dunya and for akhirah. Maintaining here and maintaining there. ولكن هناك أمر يطرح نفسه. علوم الدنيا نظمت. يعني نحن دنيانا منظمة لأنه حريصين عليه. ننظمه. فعلوم الدنيا نظمت. أنت ما فيك تعمل دكتور، ما فيك تعمل طبيب إلا من خلال دراسات معينة ومن خلال امتحانات معينة ومن خلال أهل الاختصاص ومن خلال أناس مثقفين يشرفون على مستواك العلمي. بعد ذلك يعطوك الحق في الطبابة أو في الهندسة أو في المحاماة وما إلى ذلك. فعلوم الدنيا منظمة جدا. لا يستطيع إنسان الآن أن يدعي من الحاضرين أنه طبيب مختص في مسألة كذا أو في مسألة كذا. ما ممكن. والناس سوف تعرف كذبه لاحقا أم آجلا، إما الآن وإما بعد كده. فالدنيا نظمت علومها. إحنا في عندنا مشكلة يا إخواننا في علوم الآخرة. غير في الفترة الأخيرة هناك فوضى في علم الشرع وفي علم الدين. ليس هناك انتظام وليس هناك ترتيب وليس هناك أخذ العلم من أهله، بل كل من تعلم آية أو آيتين أصبح يفتي. مع أن الإمام مالك عرض عليه أكثر من 30 مسألة قال عن أكثرها لا أدري، وكان يقول كنت أجلس الليال أفكر في المسألة. أفكر في المسألة الواحدة. هذا الإمام مالك. The issues today, the science of dunya, well organized and well managed in any country. Even if you want to go to the countries that we say today it's backward countries, that you see the science of dunya, it's organized somehow. They have schools, they have universities, and if you want to be a doctor, you have to go somewhere to seek your knowledge, and you have to have a permit, license, in any countries, well maintained. And any country that you see there is a process, and no one can claim he's a doctor or he's an engineer or he's a lawyer without that. So the ilm al-dunya is well maintained and studied well, and we care about it because we send our kids to study at schools. We care on daily basis to send them to the schools, to send them to high school, to send them to university. And when our son fails here or there, or when our daughters have a problem here or there, we get worried. We get worried because we are really related to the science of dunya. But I'm sorry to say, and it is fact, the science of akhirah in chaos. In these days, not like back days. Back days was well equipped and well controlled. But in these days, anyone can give fatwa. Anyone can read hadith or two hadith. While Imam Malik, you know who's Imam Malik? Who's well equipped with the science of the Quran, well equipped with the science of the hadith, well equipped in fiqh. If Imam Malik stood in front of more than 30 mas'ala, 30 questions of deen, he would answer few and say about the rest, I don't know. But in today's problems, that if a few people gather together, they will open a masjid. That's simple. That's simple. The easiest things to do, open a masjid. Would we be able to open a university? Can you have a high school? Can you have a school? That easy? Without any requirement? To have a masjid, 3 people, they did not like Sheikh Jamal or Dr. Munir or any person. They don't like. Because if you want to have a masjid, we're going to designate Sheikh for every person. We can. I'm not going to be liked by everyone. But I cannot designate a person for everyone. I can't. So therefore, not few people, if they did not like the board of directors or the imam or whatever they like, they're going to open their own masjid. This is a terrible station. Because from where you're seeking your knowledge. اشتهر بين العلماء قول ابن سيرين معروف. كان يقول ابن سيرين إنما هذا العلم دين فانظروا عمن تأخذ دينكم. قضية مش لعب. ليش بالدنيا ما في لعب؟ ليش بالدين في لعب؟ قضية ما فيها لعب. The Prophet Ibn Sirin, one of the scholars of Islam, he said, هذا العلم دين. This knowledge is related to deen. So look from whom you're taking your knowledge. Look. Deep. Look from whom you're taking your knowledge. It cannot be taken from anyone. Did you take your science from anyone? Or the doctors were permitted? The one who's teaching at the school or at university or whatever, is he permitted to deliver or not? He is. He is permitted. He is licensed. And he went through along the process. You have to respect that. You have to respect that. And Ibn Sirin said it clearly, this knowledge is deen, is related to deen. When it is related to deen, you have to be more cautious and more careful because this is related to your akhirah. This is related to your akhirah. Therefore, the ulama put 3 conditions or 4 conditions. First condition for the one that we take knowledge from, يعني آداب التلقي. ممن نأخذ العلم. قال مما رسخ به ونبغ به. First condition, الراسخ بالعلم. الراسخ بالعلم is the one whose knowledge becomes as a habit for him. He's well equipped with the ilm. He went into long process and he got his permits. This is a rusukh bil ilm. It's not any ilm that no rasikh fil ilm. وَنَبَغَ بِهِ, that he's well known among people, that he knows what he's talking about in his religion. Then he's permitted to speak out. He is permitted to speak out. Permitted from whom? From a body of shuyukh, of ulama, that they give him the ability to speak. Some of Akhuna Malik bin Nabi said something very nice. I was reading something about Malik bin Nabi, and I like it. He said, 50 years back, we used to have a problem with jahl. But this problem, jahl and ummiyya, jahl, ignorance, and illiteracy. Illiterate people, people illiterate, they don't know how to read, to write, or write. Ibn Malik bin Nabi said, 50 years back, we used to have a problem, it can be solved. And this problem, illiteracy, and the problem of ignorance. But this can be solved. In our days, we have problem, it cannot be solved, and this is a problem of ta'alum. Ta'alum. What is ta'alum? Is to put yourself in a position of alim and you do not have the equipment. And you do not have the weapons. When you go to do surgery, and if you want to do surgery, there is tools you use. If the tools is correct and you are educated well, then the surgery will went okay. But if the tool is wrong, many people, they don't have the tools. They want to be, but they can't. And one of the conditions that you put yourself in this position, that you have to have knowledge of the Quran, knowledge of the Hadith, knowledge of the Lugha, even the language. Al-Bukhari was not an Arab, Muslim was not an Arab, Samarkand, Daraqutni was not an Arab. Sibawayh himself, the one who put the rules of the Arabic language, who taught Khalil bin Ahmad al-Farahidi. His teacher was Khalil bin Ahmad al-Farahidi. Sibawayh himself, he was not an Arab, but he was the founder of the Arabic language grammar. But how he got there? How he got there? He got there through long process. Through long process. You have to speak the language. Someone giving fatwa and he cannot say جاء الولد عرب لي جاء الولد يا أخي ما بيعرف يعرب جاء الولد بيكتب خطأ ويريد أن يصحح العلماء. هذه من المشكلة، يكتب خطأ ولكن أصابه الكبر والغرور، ظن بأنه في مرتبة من يفتي ومن يتكلم بأمر الدين، أخطر أمر يتكلم فيه، فيبدع ويكفر من يشاء ويؤسس الحلقات. صار عنده حلقات عنده تلاميذ. So a person like this, he would establish halaqas and start giving halaqas. And therefore, brothers and sisters, please understand me and do not take it wrong. I know many people, they do have good intention by delivering halaqas in their homes. Some people, they do have good intention to deliver halaqas in their homes. Halaqas, it cannot be given in the homes in this way. Can't. It has to be prepared. If you have a halaqah, if you're qualified, come to the center. Give halaqah here. If you're qualified, show us your qualification. And you will need halaqah at the center. Giving halaqahs here and there. And you are not in the position to give fatwa and to give religious advice because you did not go through the process. This is not acceptable. From ladies' side or from men's side. 10, 20, 30 halaqah in the houses, yet there is no one halaqah in the masjid. Come and give halaqah here. Our deen is not something to hide. We don't hide anything in deen. Do we have something to hide? I'm recorded on YouTube. Nothing wrong with that. We don't have anything to hide. So the ilm, it can be delivered to public. Why do we have to go to a small group and to give that? Who's giving the lecture? What is what her qualification? I want to know. Ladies used to be given fatwas, and when I hear about the fatwa, I'm still the student of ilm. I do not issue fatwa. I relate fatwa from scholars. I do not have the right to issue fatwa. I heard the fatwas given by sisters I did not hear about. I did not hear about. So brothers and sisters, this is something serious. Do you want to do something? Do you want to deliver the ilm? Then the first thing has to be راسخ in علم. نابغ فيه. يعلم القرآن ويعلم الحديث ويعلم اللغة. هذه أول شيء. الأمر الثاني أن يكون عنده أي عند المعطي عنده تقدير للعلم والعلماء واحترام. The one who gives lectures, he has to have the attitude of respecting ulama, respecting the differences of the ulama. This is something that is really funny. You see a person that who became a new Muslim, few brothers, he gave a lecture after he became a new Muslim. He gave a lecture and the people gathered and they were listening to his lecture. After his lecture was over, he was asked question for question, and a lady asked him about women issues. And he was answering. Come on. Where are we going? Why are you asking him this question? And he's new to Islam. And why are you putting him in the spot? It cannot happen. So having halaqah and disrespecting the existing ulama and the existing people of knowledge, this is something that cannot be acceptable. It cannot be acceptable. And some of the halaqah, they distribute flyers cursing and saying this alim Qarabawi kafir, or Qarabawi this, or Azhar kafir, or this alim kafir, or this alim mubtadi' in the halaqah. And in some of the halaqah's teaching, if you have this is kafir, and we can do this, and we can blow them up, and we can kill them. From where? From where are you bringing the knowledge? Ituni bi'ilmi. From where you bring this knowledge? Internet cannot be taken from the internet. Ulama said, Imam al-Awza'i said, لما خرج العلم من الصدور خفت نوره. Ilm, it cannot be taken from books. Ilm, it has been taken from shuyukh. Have you ever seen someone is not really in a strong position taking his knowledge only from books? You don't see him strong. Even today, if you're taking your degree on the internet, studying on the internet, you would not be strong as the one who's taking his science through the doctors and professors at university. Because he's taking his knowledge from someone, from the sudur. They said about Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, and I conclude here, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, his halaqah used to be attended by 5,000. Would you imagine? 5,000 trying to listen and no microphone, trying to listen from one to another one, to Imam Ahmad, 5,000. 500 used to write, and the rest, you know why they're coming? You wouldn't imagine. The rest of the 4,500 people, you know why they're coming? They're coming to learn adab وحسن السمت من Imam Ahmad. They're coming only to learn the adab from Ahmad and husn al-samt. Because when he sit with the waqar. When he sit the hayba of ilm, the personality of the alim, they come and they see him and learn from him the adab, the etiquette, and how he takes the mas'ala and treat the mas'ala with other scholars, and how he talk about other scholars. Today there is no respect. Abu Hanifa, you can see someone talking bad about Abu Hanifa, talking bad about Imam al-Shafi'i, talking bad about Imam Malik. He doesn't care. And he's sitting on his chair. He did not even know who they are. And this is the issue that really has to be under control. Muslims in wherever they are, Canada, in the United States, in Middle East, they have to organize themselves towards the ilm al-akhirah. We cannot sit in groups. Why are you sitting in groups? Why are you giving the halaqah in your group? Do you have something that to hide to say it? Is Sheikh Jamal kafir? Is Sheikh Jamal mubtadi'? If that, give me the proof. I wanted to discuss it with you. Then if not, then sit here and you learn here. We don't learn there, we learn here. Saying terrorist mentality, extremist views, we don't want that. This is not our attitude, this is not from our religion. This is something that it need be paid by I don't know whom. So to do this corruption and chaos within the Muslim community. So we have to be careful. We have to establish our masajid on haqq, and we have to establish our masajid on permissions. We are the people who respect specialization. We respect specialization. We respect takhassus. But I don't know what's happened lately, so it seems that the issue is going out of hand, and then we have to control it somehow, but you do not allow it to happen anymore. Come here, if you have, bring your people here. Bring them to the masjid, we'll have them coffee here, and they can sit, and we can learn from them as well. We all learning. We all in learning process. No one will say, that's it. When Musa said, that's it, Allah sent him another person to teach him, وَفَوْقَ كُلِّ ذِي عِلْمٍ عَلِيمٍ. There is no end for knowledge, there is no end for ilm. And the fourth thing, that if you want to seek knowledge from a person, that you have to understand that you seek knowledge from a person who really has the qualification, and in which qualifications that he's talking about. Is he qualified in fiqh, you take from him fiqh. If he's qualified in hadith, you take from him hadith. If he's qualified in aqidah, you take from him aqidah. And you do not mix. Because this is also will end up in chaos. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله. أستغفرك ربي لا أحصي ثناء عليك كما أثنيت على نفسك، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ولي الصالحين، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. عباد الله، اعلموا أن الله قد أمركم بأمر عظيم بدأ به بنفسه وثنى به على ملائكة عرشه وثلث به على عباده الصالحين، فقال عز من قائل إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على هذا النبي الكريم وعلى من سار بهديه بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. وارض اللهم عن الخلفاء الأربعة أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي، واجعلنا اللهم في زمرتهم يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. Brothers and sisters, seeking knowledge is a process, and seeking knowledge is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loved the most. And he said, إن الملائكة لتضع أجنحتها رضا لطالب العلم. So seeking knowledge, يرفع الله الذين آمنوا منكم والذين أوتوا العلم درجات. We are saying that because we need to know about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We need to be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is not acceptable for someone who really has high education in this dunya does not know about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not acceptable. Vice versa, we also have to be well qualified in this dunya to also fix our dunya and fix our akhirah as well. اللهم برحمتك نحدث وعليك نتكل، لا تكلنا لأنفسنا طرفة عين، وخذ بناصيتنا إلى الخير. اللهم إنا نسألك من الخير كله عاجله وآجله، ونعوذ بك من الشر كله عاجله وآجله. اللهم إنا نسألك الجنة، اللهم إنا نسألك الجنة. اللهم علمنا علما نافعا، اللهم علمنا علما نافعا، وأبعدنا عن العلم الضار يا رب العالمين، وأبعدنا عن العلم الضار يا رب العالمين. اللهم إنا نسألك رفعة في الدنيا ورفعة يوم القيامة. اللهم طهر قلوبنا، اللهم طهر قلوبنا وأصلح أعمالنا، ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا، ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا، ولا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا. اللهم إنا نسألك ربنا أن تجعلنا من العالمين العاملين، اللهم اجعلنا من العالمين العاملين. اللهم إنا نسألك ربنا هداية لقلوبنا، ألف بين قلوبنا، وحد صفوفنا، اجمع كلمتنا، طهر قلوبنا، أصلح ذات بيننا، واجمعنا دائما على الحق يا رب العالمين. اللهم من أراد بنا خيرا فوفقه لكل خير، ومن أراد بنا شرا فخذه أخذ عزيز مقتدر. اللهم ارفع الكرب والمصاب عن أهلنا في سوريا، اللهم ارفع الكرب والمصاب عن أهلنا في مصر، وارفع الكرب والمصاب عن أهلنا في باكستان وفي السودان وفي الصومال وفي أفغانستان. اللهم ارفع الكرب عن المسلمين في العراق، اللهم ارفع الكرب عن المسلمين في فلسطين يا رب العالمين، وعن جميع بلاد المسلمين من ليبيا وتونس والجزائر يا رب العالمين. وردنا إلى دينك ردا جميلا. اللهم رد المسلمين في كل أنحاء الدنيا إلى دينك ردا جميلا، واجعلهم ينهلون من كتابك، واجعلهم ينهلون من العلم الذي أوتيتنا إياه يا ربنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وقوموا إلى صلاتكم ورحمة الله.